Hello, I'm Philip Brunelle, the organist choirmaster at Plymouth Congregational Church and the founder and artistic director of VocalEssence. I thought it would be great to bring a little joy and delight to each of you by talking about a different composer. And today it's one of Minnesota's true champions, Libby Larsen. Libby, who lives here in Minneapolis, in 1973 founded with Stephen Paulus what is now called the American Composers Forum. More than 2,000 composers are part of this amazing program that they have. She also was in residence at the Library of Congress for a time. She was composer in residence for the Minnesota Orchestra. She's composed more than 500 works. And I've had the delight and privilege to work with her since the 1970s, when she was just finishing her studies with Dominick Argento at the University of Minnesota. It was somewhere in the 80s that I went to her and said, you know, I think it's time for you to do a long piece of music, not just a short little one. And she said she'd been thinking about that too. And I said, here's the idea. I have heard that there is this woman in Egypt, Jahan Sadat, is a poet. And my thought was that she might be a good one for you to work with. To which Libby said, how would I do that? And I said, well, we just do the Brunelle motto. You don't know if you don't ask. So let's get on a plane and go to Cairo, which is what we did. And we met Jahan Sadat, a wonderful person. She turned out not to be a poet, but she knew lots of poetry. So between the two of them, they figured out what would be a kind of oratorio that needed a narrator with orchestra, with chorus. It was a huge, big piece that we did at the Ordway. And so Jahan Sadat came over from Cairo to be the narrator for that memorable, wonderful experience. The piece was called Coming Forth into Day. Just imagine, as I'm going to play you a little bit of the final movement, the opening full orchestra, and then the chorus coming in unison. This text of John Chadwick. Libby also composed a wonderful piece for a Christmas thing. It's called Ringeltanz. We've recorded it here at VocalEssence. The movements of it, one of them called Beautiful Star. It's a piece just for a few handbells and choir. It's been done here at Plymouth Church, it's been done with VocalEssence, and it's been done all over. It's a wonderful piece. And she also wrote some sweet little piano pieces called pentametrics. And she wrote these, let's see, she says here, for the Music Teachers Association of California. They were looking for some pieces that their students could play. And she wrote these 5 pieces. I'm just going to play a couple of them for you. The first one is a kind of bluesy piece. Its tempo marking is languid. And then the other one that I'm going to play is marked vigorously, which would, if you know Libby, describe her very well. Have a wonderful day.